Grade 4 Math, number 64. Subtract fractions with common denominators, also known as subtracting portions of the same size. Alright, we talked about subtracting fractions in the last video. I'll remind you that a common denominator is a multiple that is shared by two or more fractions. Fractions have common denominators when they represent items that were cut into the same amount of parts. They have the same amount of pieces. So, remember that a multiple is like the answer in a multiplication problem? That's the factors, but the multiple is many sixes, okay? 6, 12, 18. It's the answer there. So, the common denominator is a multiple that is shared by two or more fractions, okay? All right, so this is going to be like the one we did before for addition, but stay with me. Fractions come in all shapes and sizes, but to subtract or compare them, they need to be fractions, pieces, or parts of the same thing. Half of a triangle can't be subtracted from part of a circle to form a regular polygon. No matter how interesting it may turn out, we need apples to apples and oranges to oranges. Okay? Half of an apple can't be subtracted from half of a banana, right? But if they are both apples, it doesn't matter how many pieces or parts they are split into. But the pieces or parts are a lot easier to subtract or add if they are the same size, which means they have a common denominator. If you have 3/4 of an apple and take away 1/4, it equals 2/4. See? It's easier because they have a common denominator. It's easier than subtracting 5/8 of an apple and having 5/8 of an apple and taking away 1/6. Yes, you can do this. It can be done. It's just that this is easier because they have a common denominator. They both have a 4, okay? You can do it. This is easier, all right? So, if we've got 2 pies, okay? Well, 1 pie. And we take away this much so that it looks like this when we're done. We've got 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 pieces of a pie. And we take away these 2 pieces. See? We just take them away. That's 2/6. It was split into 6 parts. We took 2 away. There's going to be 3/6 left. See? Subtracting 2/6 of a pie from the 5/6 of a pie is taking away the same size pie pieces. They have a common denominator. They're the same size, okay? If the pie was cut into eighths and we had 4/8, it would be more difficult to take away the 1/3. Take away 1/3 of this pie is a little bit harder to do. It could be done, but we would be taking away different size pie pieces from the plate. They were cut into different sizes. They have different denominators. See? The larger the denominator, the tinier the pieces. So, when we subtract parts of the same size, the denominator just slides across. We do the numerator and slide the denominator across. 3/8 minus 1/8, 3 minus 1 is 2. We slid the denominator across. 3/4 minus 2/4. 3 minus 2 is 1. We slid the denominator across. 5/16 take away 2/16. 5 take away 2 is 3. We slid the denominator across. 7/8 minus 5/8 is 7 minus 5 equals 2. We slid the denominator across, see? Because they were all cut into the same size pieces. This piece here, a 16th, is a 16th like here. So we're dealing with pies that are cut into the same size pieces. So we just take them out of the pie plate, okay? Now, because my videos follow the outline for the Common Core, we'll cover subtracting different denominators in grade 5 math, or if you want to find it right away, you can look in my Joanne School Fractions folder. It's in there. There's all kinds of fraction videos in there, okay? But I'll be doing the grade 5 math series of videos after this grade 4 one is done. So it might even be done now if this is, later on in the year. So now you know why subtracting fractions with common denominators is easier. It's because they're the same size cuts, okay? you know that if a denominator is larger, that means the pieces were cut into smaller pieces. And if a denominator is larger, that means it was cut into larger pieces, and that it's easier to subtract when all the denominators are the same, okay? And you also know you can't take a banana away from an apple, right? We're going to talk about subtracting and adding fractions more. Stay with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!